Jon, we heard about the gap between these two sides. How were they able to bridge that?
Well, it took a few days, wasn't easy. Obviously did not start out at 6 for 162. The Yankees were at 5 years to start things, and obviously Rodon's camp was looking for 7, so the natural compromise, 6 years and $162 million guaranteed. A lot of people look at this as a high contract for a guy who's had some injury history, but he had a big year last year. Aaron Judge told them he'd like to see some improvements. Hal Steinbrenner delivered on that. And right now they have a terrific playoff rotation, assuming they get there, with Cole and Cortez and Severino and Rodón. Rodón probably slots in there at number 2 behind Cole.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous rotation. You want 730 AAV, 627 AAV. I would say that's pretty close. We just had a full screen up looking at some of those contracts here this offseason for starting pitchers. Scott Boras, yet another Scott Boras client getting paid. How did those two contracts, specifically with deGrom and Verlander, set the tone here and really lay the table for Rodón?
Yeah, I mean, I think deGrom and Verlander fairly are in a different category. I mean, multiple Cy Young winners. Verlander's won 3 times, deGrom twice. Those are the elite, very elite pitchers. Rodón is an ace, certainly one of the best, probably 15 to 20 starters in the game when healthy. And last year he certainly was. He was even better than that. But, I think it's fair to say that deGrom and Verlander are really the cream of the crop. Two great pitchers. Verlander certainly on the way to the Hall of Fame. If deGrom can stay healthy, he can be a Hall of Famer as well. Rodón is not in that category, but based on the way that he pitched last year, the talent that he does have, the ability to throw 99 miles an hour, he's just an outstanding pitcher, but certainly can understand why he would slot in at a lot less per year. Now, he did get the longer deal because he is 30 years old, just turned 30 on Saturday, and so it worked out that way with a longer deal, lower AAV.
Listen, they got their guy in Aaron Judge. Now they just signed Carlos Rodón. Offseason is still young. What do you anticipate the Yankees doing here throughout the course of the rest of this winter?
Yeah, they said they wanted 2 outfielders. Obviously, Aaron Judge is the best in the game, so they've got that 1 outfielder, and they'd like another. I think Benintendi is a guy that they have their eye on. I think he probably wants a 5-year deal, understandably so. I'm sure they'll have to compromise on that if they're going to be able to get that one done. There are other outfielders out there. Brantley, I think he's more likely to go back to Houston, assuming health for him. Conforto. There are a few other outfielders out there, but they did like Benintendi. He was playing well when he had suffered that freak injury. But I would say the next thing would be left field. That would be the priority. Bullpen upgrades is another thing that they're going to look to do.